Hey guys, Rick Shaw here. It's the 6th of November 2021 and I'm walking backwards so I don't get too dark, but look at those beautiful clouds. Look how they're just painted so pretty up in the sky. Just a beautiful, beautiful day today. We were out and about today. I actually brought the camera with us, but I didn't use it. We did some we had to do some shopping up in Lipa City. My wife was getting stuff for her little store, and then we said let's just get out of here. There was a funeral, so the traffic was just absolutely ridiculous. It was a walk-in one. I think it was somebody, must have been either from the mayor's office or the Baron guy or something, because they had a lot of officials there. Super long line, and they walk. You know, the car drives along, and these people just walk, and it ties things up pretty good. And we're right by the cemetery here, so you know. But it's the way it is. You know, me, I'm getting to the point now when it comes to this traffic. It's not going to change. Excuse me. There's no sense in getting mad about it or anything, because it's not going to change. This is the way it's going to be here. So, man, we just cruise along. You know.
Are we only going back home?
No, we're just gonna walk a little bit up the street slowly. But we did go to Padre Garcia, and I got a big bag of goulash for 14 bucks. I was really happy about that. I got okra in there. We got stuff to make the sinigang beef. My wife got radishes, big white radishes. We got some beans. We got a huge bag. It was a huge bag for 14 bucks. And I was like, cool. And then I got those, it's a ground fruit. I call it a Filipino turnip. I forget what my wife calls it. But we love those things. What we do is we usually put it in the refrigerator. Then we'll peel it and cut it up. And a little bit of salt. And the kids love them. You know, I love them. Anytime we have them, you know, we like to leave stuff like that sitting out on the table. I put the colander upside down to keep flies off of stuff, and it just disappears. We bought another big bunch of bananas. Those will be gone. I like the one lady down there that has a little store. She works there with her granddaughter. And she runs that store, and I like to shop with her. She's just a sweet lady. She's just a sweet grandmotherly lady. She didn't try to gouge me when I first went there, so I spent about I think it was about 20 bucks. 20 bucks there, and then always when I'm going to leave, she'll grab stuff off of the table and put it in the bag. Here's extra for you, you know, and the babies. She likes the babies. But when we go up there, we can take the kids. They don't got to have a shield. You know, you put a mask on, but it's very lenient. Nobody's bothering you. Most of the folks up there aren't wearing a mask. And you know, there's not thousands of them croaking every day. You know, so that's good. But the kids are like a big hit up there. They always come, and they're very nice to them. Something else, though, I wanted to tell you too, and I forgot to mention this before. If you're here in the Philippines and you need to use a restroom, you pay. You usually pay. Just for you guys who will be coming here. So if you're out and about. Now, if you're in a mall, it's different. Those are for everybody, and there's no charge. But if you're at these little markets and stuff like that, if you got a Whiz or something like that, it's 5 peso. And some places are 10. Our market down in when we were in San Jose, that you had to pay. This market here at Padre Garcia, you got to pay. But that's for paying the people. One thing about the can in Padre Garcia, if you have to go, I really like that it's clean. You know, some of the places you go into in this country to go, it's just filthy, just absolutely filthy. And they never have soap or towels or anything like that. You got to bring your own. Always carry a water bottle. I myself, I don't use TP at all. I haven't used that for so many years, 40, more than that, more than 40 years. Just don't use it. I'm Filipino style and wash up, you know, when I'm done. But you carry some water along with you. My wife always has a jug of water that she keeps in her bag, and then if we need to go, you got your water there, and a little bit of soap, and clean up real nice. But you will pay if you have to go to the can. You will pay. And they got a lot of places now where they got signs up, no peeing against the wall or anything. You know, kids get away with it. Now, Moo, when we were up at the market shopping, he had to go, and he didn't want to. He wanted to go. Yeah, I said, come on, here, come over here. Come on over here. You can pee right there. No, he didn't want to do that. He wanted to go in to the potty thing. Okay, I'll let him go. So I give him the 5 pesos, says you got to pay him. And he wanted to keep the 5 peso, but he's a little sweetie. He's right now, he's in one of these phases that oh my goodness, you know, he's pushing the limits right now, especially with his mother.
Run around the circle.
Yeah, and he's pushing the limits, and he doesn't realize how close he's to getting the belt again. I mean, he's just really being a kid, you know. He's my little beautiful guy. And this little fella, he always comes. Doesn't matter where I go. My little Maddie's got to come along. Doesn't matter what they're doing. Sometimes Dorothy don't want to come. Sometimes Moon don't want to come. But if I go somewhere, Maddie's got to come. He wants to go on a night motorcycle ride with me when I do the next one. And I don't mind taking him out on the road when it's nighttime because there's not that much traffic. But be honest with you, I don't really want to take the kids out in the daytime. Now, the law here is they got to be able to reach around your belly. Okay, now I can suck my stomach in, and Maddie can reach around, and Dorothy can. Moo can't yet. But I always liked, when I was riding the kids, I always liked to have them in front of me, you know, because then my legs can hold them in, and my arms are right there. You know, Maddie, he likes to kick his, like he's in a lounge chair, he kicks his feet up on top of the tank and leans back on me, and he likes to ride. And I'll take all of them. Dorothy will sit in the back, and I got the 2 boys up front. We zip all around in here. Okay, you're gonna run again? He's got to run around this circle. Okay, here we go. There he goes. Beat it out, don't quit. Oh, he's my runner. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Don't slow down. All right. You never slow down until you cross the finish line. Right, mister? Yeah, my little curly-haired guy.
We're going back home.
I get a kick out of the difference between him and Moo. Moo's hair is very straight, and Maddie's is curly like mine, and Dorothy's is very curly too. She's got beautiful hair. Well, I'm gonna try to get it so that it never gets cut. My oldest daughter, when she was little, she had. I was taking care of her hair. I was washing her hair. I had no more tangles for it. I was brushing it all the time, taking care of her hair. And her hair got long. It was longer than Dorothy's is now. And her mom one day, not because it was a good thing,
Hello.
it was just to tick me off, went up and had her a stupid buzz cut. Looked like Mo from the Three Stooges. And I couldn't believe she did that to her. And now that she's older, you know, she's a big girl. Now that she's older, she's still wearing it short. And it's just, I honestly don't know, guys. You can comment in there. I don't know too many guys that like short hair on a woman. I don't. I just don't. I remember one time at work before I got married, there was a girl that she kept telling people at work, oh, you know, I would like to, you know, I'd like to go out with him. He's there at night, blah blah blah. And she had this like bobbed haircut where it went up in the back. You know, it was this, she must have saw it on a picture somewhere and said, I want that haircut. And I was like, I ain't going out with that girl, you know. And I'm glad I didn't, because it wasn't too long later, she got a big tattoo. I ain't into any of that kind of stuff. You know, I just saw a thing on online where they had this lady, she was in her 80s and stuff, and she had gotten tattoos when she was very young. She looked horrible. It just looks horrible. That was one thing I never was into. I know a lot of my buddies got them when I was in the Navy, and they even wanted me to get them. And I just, you're not supposed to mark yourself up like that. I believe it says that in the Bible. Can't remember exactly where. I was looking for it the one day, and I couldn't find it because I was going to put that reference in there, but couldn't find it. But I don't particularly like them. Guys, I know a lot of guys who got them. You know, don't mean they're a bad person or anything like that. It's just I just didn't want them. When I was here, a couple of guys said, "Oh, you know, you can get one. We'll pay for it. You know, we'll pay for it." I used to run like a when I was here, I used to run a slush fund, and the reason why I started doing that, this is way back, was guys would say, "Hey, loan me 50 and I'll give you 100 on payday." Well, sure. And it's like 3 or 4 days from payday. You know, yeah, okay. And only ever had one guy didn't pay me. But some of the guys would like, it was big time boom boxes and stuff. And I'd say, hey, you know, they'd buy one of these boom boxes for $100 and some bucks. And how about I just give you $20 for your boom box? I remember when I went home, I was actually shipping those dang things home and selling them like crazy. The best one back then was the Motorola, the 3-speaker job. And I had a buddy that had a used car lot, and he was selling them in there. And when I came back, I got out of the service with a pretty damn good chunk of change, because I had been sending half of my money, half of what I got went back. And then the slush fund, it was unbelievable. And these guys would hit me up all the time. Hey, come on. You know, they'd give you double. And I was like, sure, yeah, okay. Write it down in my little book. And like I said, only one guy ever not paid me. He knew he was shipping out, and he wound up shipping out. I didn't know that he was going. Nobody had said anything, and then he borrowed a couple $100 and boogied. So I was out that money, but I had a friend that wound up going on to his ship, and he said, I can't collect the money for you, anything like that. But he went and told everybody what this guy did. And when I was in the Navy, they were pretty honest dudes. Everybody was pretty honest. They didn't, if you borrowed money, everybody paid back. And they paid back when they said. I never had people run into trouble where they couldn't pay payday. They were right there, Johnny on the spot, giving you your money. Well, this buddy of mine got on his ship and told everybody that he welched on a loan, and boy, they just cut him off. You know, because on the ship too, you could get things there, and they cut him off. And even when he wound up coming back, it was about a year or so later, and I heard he was back. I didn't go see him or anything, but even at the exchange, people were still talking about him being a welcher, and they weren't too happy about it, you know. So that's a long time ago, but I made a ton of money on that, and it was all the time, because there was always something I could do here to make a little bit of money, you know, different things for people. And back then, though, before the peso, it was only 2 pesos to the dollar. A peso, one of them big peso coins they used to have, those were 50 cents, and I thought I was getting a bargain then. Now it's up to 50 pesos for $1 now. But things here, when you shop here and stuff, I don't think it's too much cheaper than in the States, some of the stuff. It depends on the shops you go to. Like I wanted to, when we were getting fruit, my wife says, no, we're gonna wait till the end of the day and run into town to get the pears, because then they're a lot less. And these kids go through these pears like crazy. I have to admit, when I was in the States, I'd eat a pear every now and again. It was never my favorite fruit. But these damn pears they sell here, oh, and you could, the way you pick them, when you're in the store, if you pick up one that feels light, put it back. That's an old one, it's getting pithy. Pick the heaviest ones out. And they don't usually put those on a scale. They sell them by a piece. And you know, we got some pretty fantastic deals on them. My wife knows all the best spots to get them, and we're learning. We've been here long enough now that we're learning where we should shop and where we shouldn't. And now I do go to that one fruit lady, her and her little granddaughter, because I like them. You know, I just really like those people. They're super friendly. They're very, very nice. And that every time I go up for fruit, I'm going to go to her. It was like in San Jose, the fruit lady that I went to. A lot of vendors were selling fruit, but we had one little girl down there that just was super sweet. Her husband would be there. He never talked much or anything, but she was always very friendly. And we spend weekly, you know, a lot of weeks we spend 20 getting the fruits built up for the kids, and that's weekly. And sometimes it's 40, you know, or 2,000 peso. I mean, $40, and that's weekly. You know, I keep money back for that because I don't want to get a whole bunch and stuff go bad. We don't seem to get as good apples here as we were getting in San Jose. And when we run up to San Jose next week, I'm going to buy a bunch of apples there because they seem to keep good. We put them in the crisper down in the fridge, and the kids go to town on the apples. I mean, and that's one thing I don't do when it comes to the fruit and stuff. As much as they want to eat, Mumu, this is no kidding, Mumu will sit there and eat 3 and 4 bananas. He loves them. And don't even ask, guys. You want a banana? There they are. Knock yourself out. That's what that's all about. And I remember when I was a kid, you couldn't just go grab fruit. You always had to ask. You know, I used to love to get home. I was like a junkie when I was a kid. I'd get home from school. My biggest thing was getting home to get that apple, because every day after school I got an apple if I wanted one. And that's for sure. What's this here? Hey, Mumu did that? Oh, you shouldn't do that on the sidewalk where we can step in that. It looks like a big dog poo. Yeah, don't track this all up with mud. That's going to all get tracked in the house. Please don't do that. Okay? Take this outside. Get it out of here. And use that cup and knock that off into the dirt. Okay? We don't want to step in that. Mumu's playing with his mud pies. He's trying to make some mud pies. He gets them too wet. You gotta have a certain amount of moisture for your mud pie. But that's our day today. It warmed up really good today. We had a nice breeze this morning. I did a video this morning, and I don't know what happened. The little red light was on this camera, and like I say, I have no idea what happened, because when I went to load it to the phone, it just wasn't there. It wasn't on the camera. I don't know what's going on. I have the new batteries came. They're good batteries. They're real good batteries. They last a lot longer. Like when I first got this camera, they're lasting pretty good, and they don't just shut off. It goes into it'll beep. It'll just every couple seconds go beep, beep, telling me that the battery's almost out. And the video I did this morning, I heard it beeping, and it was 5 minutes before I was finished with the video, and it held up. It held up the whole way. So these are good batteries. They're Sony's. I'm not going to buy any more of the Wasabis. I'm charging that one now. I got a double charger that came from the Wasabi batteries, and I could charge 2 at one time. So, but that's pretty cool. And we got some nice. Some more stuff, you know, little trinket things from Lazada. I bought this months ago for hanging this stuff, and I like this thing so much. It's holding up really good, so I went ahead and got another one. Try to keep this stuff up out of the way, and I have one I put there, and we'll hang stuff on that also. You know, they're really nice little, you know, in the tiny house to get out of the way. We got our eggs. There's our big bag of gulai. I got the okra in there. I got some potatoes, lots of onions and garlic, hot peppers, beans. We got a bunch of this lettuce. I better put this up here. A bunch of this stuff for the sinigang. And these are those guys I was talking about. These things, they're incredibly cheap here. And these things are delicious. They're pure white inside. You just get the skin off of these things and put them in the fridge so they get cold. And then we put a little salt in a bowl, and the kids dip on that, and we go to town on it. But we got good deals today. We're still haven't put everything away for the shopping. We'll get it. We'll get it. And I got some of these salty chips too. We're all seeming to be craving salt here, so I know we need it. Don't be afraid to eat salt, guys. I truly don't believe it causes all the high blood pressure they say it does. You need to get that in your system. And it seems to me when you get hungry for something, you need it. Now sometimes the kids don't like to put salt on stuff. They'll eat them without it, and then other days they want the salt. They want that salty taste, and it's because their body's craving it. And your body will tell you what you need. We do a lot of stuff. Another thing I do for these kids too, and this is the best one I found, and I can buy it here. Is I buy this stuff right here. I buy this. You can't read it, but all the stuff that's in it. I get jars of that. It's not cheap. It's like $70 for a canister of that, and we go through a canister about a month or so because I want the kids to drink it. I don't make theirs like at full strength. I mix it in their water in a little cup, and that way they all get that. And it's given us all the minerals and stuff. We don't really get sick here. When we lived in GMA, we always had green boogers and stuff from the dog poop dust, but we don't seem to get that here. We don't have too much problem here with the dog poop like you do in some areas. I think it depends on your area you're in when you run into trouble like that, but we do like it here. I know there's the traffic going into town and all that stuff, but I'm just like, okay. We know if we're going to go into town, I can ride the motorcycle. You've seen how fast I drove into town on the motorcycle on that night video, and then during the day how long it takes. We were going over an hour and a half, and my wife was in and out of the store real quick. So it's trouble. It's even getting out of this development sometimes. A lot of people won't let you in. Today I was shocked. There was a long line of cars for me to make the left-hand turn out of the development here, and a guy in a big red truck, looked like a brand new truck. He stopped and waved me through, and I couldn't see to the right the oncoming traffic, and he had his hand out the window waving me through. And I do look. I don't want to just pull out because somebody's waving me, but I did look, and it was clear. There was enough room for me to get out. So there are some good folks here when they drive, that do it like that. And he was a Filipino guy, and had his nice, shiny, new, beautiful truck. There's a lot of people I've noticed in this area. I'm seeing a lot of brand new cars. So people are doing okay in this area, I think, because when you start seeing new cars running around the streets, I know when we were up in GMA, people had real old cars, and you drive around for days and you wouldn't see a brand new one. Here, I'm seeing lots of new ones, a whole lot of new vehicles. Here, they also put the plates right on them. And we got ours came. We had to wait. We waited for our plate, and then we had to go pick it up. And we got that. Same with the bike. It was about a week before I got the plate. They gave me a little fakey one, and then the Yamaha dealer, they actually went up and picked it up, and then called me up, and I went up to the Yamaha dealer to get it. And they were really cool. They we got the plate on there. Now they're getting fussy about the plates. That you got to have them. You need to have a plate on your bike. I had the what was that? The Kawasaki I had. I never got a plate for that. My tricycle, the TMX 150, never got a plate for that. My Piaggio 8 never got a plate for that ever. I rode around on that with no plates the whole time. The whole time I had all those vehicles. Now I got a plate like within a week, which was really cool. It's not a metal plate or anything. It's like a plastic plate, but it's on there, and I'm legal. I'm legal as a beagle. The cops here, they do their thing where they stop the bikes, but when I was in Carmona, they wanted to see the copy of your ORCR and your license, which that's fine. It's okay. That's their deal. I always pulled over for that. But here, they just want to see your license. They haven't yet to ask me. Now, the funny thing is, if you're going to get a bike here, if you look at the police reports, here in the Philippines, big bikes don't really get stolen. They can't do anything with them. It's the little ones like what I got. You know, they're getting stolen. Hondas are getting stolen all the time. The 150s and 125s. Mia's, I think it said the Mia was the #1 bike being stolen, and I think they just part them out. They have to. I mean, you get stopped all the time around here on a bike, and a couple times I got stopped. They were looking at that cop actually got in there and looked at had my ORCR and went to look at the motor and the frame. They're checking this stuff because I guess the thefts are pretty high. We're pretty lucky around here. I do like the fact our security guards they rove. There's always there's either 2 or 3 guards up there. One mans the gate, another one roves. You see him all the time walking around with his flashlight at night. He's coming around and just checking the hood out, and he always comes down here. I really like these security guards. When we went to the SNR the other day, I brought them a big pizza, and I like to do nice stuff for them because they are some really cool guys. Now we had pretty cool guys up at the other one, but these guys are pretty good. I didn't like the old one that was here. Yeah, I didn't like the old one that was here, and they wound up they canned him. But I didn't like the fact that he was constantly hitting my wife up for money. You know, he's wanting to borrow money, and I ain't into that. I ain't into that. If you're a security guard and we know you and we like you, I would help them out if I thought they needed it. But this fella, I didn't even particularly like him. We always bring them something. Like I like to get them at the first every month. I like to buy them a whole bunch of coffee and stuff they can keep in there, because I seen they had a hot water pot, and they got a little bathroom in there, a little guard shack. And these guys work some long hours, guys, real long hours. And I always like to bring them something. If I go up to the store and I get chips for the kids, I always get them a couple bags, bring them some chips and stuff like that. But the one time, what kind of got me ticked at the old guard that was there is I brought a big bag of stuff. It had coffee in there, and there was chips, and there was I got 6 bottles of pop. It was like a little deal that they had at the store, and I got them munchies, peanuts. I always like to get those little grab cashews and almonds and stuff like that. I had about 10 of them that I threw in there. The old guy, he took it, and I told him, this is for all of you guys, and he didn't give the other guys any. And I talked to the one kid. I says, are you out of the? He said he won't give us that. That's his. He won't give it to us. He took it, and I was like, boy, I did not like that, because I give that for all of them, and it was kind of a bummer. But he's gone now, and I'm glad. They got a new one in here. Pretty good dude. And I like that they don't let anyone in. If we get a delivery or something, they collect it right there at Guard Shack. If we're home, sometimes they'll let the one driver in, which is fine with me. That one driver's in here a lot.
That was almost my birthday, right?
Almost. Here, Moo, I don't want this. He has me pour him a drink, and I'm still here holding it. But it is, guys, I'm telling you what, it is. I know there's some things in this country that are bad, but I'm enjoying my retirement here with these beautiful little babies, kind of like, grandpappy, but and just watching them grow, just watching these beautiful babies grow, and being older. For me, it's a lot more fun. I don't have to be gone all the time. I did work here for just short of 6 years, and now we're good enough to where I don't have to do that anymore. We got our beautiful little house. We don't really have that much in the way of bills. Food's a pretty big expense. It changes from month to month what we spend, but I know I spent this month. I spent like I think it was almost 20 at the S&M. But something that we found that was really cool, I found sour cream. First time I was in the store and I spotted it. I was over by the chicken thing and I looked over and I saw sour cream. I was like, oh, cool. So I grabbed that for the smashed potatoes. So we're going to have that tonight. And then we went to S&R, and the one fellow's got a birthday coming up, so that's what the Jim Beam was for. We got him some Jim Beam. He's the foreman over here, and it's for all them guys. You know, they can come over in here. They're not supposed to be sitting out and drinking. The guards will tell them they need to be inside if they're going to drink, but we can have them here and start the karaoke up and let them sing. It's really cool the way the karaoke's set up right now. I can get the karaoke from my phone. I can mirror it to the screen on the TV, but if they're outside, they can still just look at the phone, and they got the karaoke, and we can bring the speaker out. I love that karaoke thing. That's a Samsung. It was about, I think I paid $14,000 for it, but it's a really nice one. It'll go too loud. It'll get real loud, but it works off of Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. It's all the mics are cordless. I got 2 mics in there, which is nice to have the cordless mics, and it's nice to have 2 in case if you want to do a duet or something like that. The mics don't get any of the thing. On our last karaoke we had, I had a corded one. It would get a lot of feedback all the time, and these ones don't do that. I know I paid a lot for it, but when I was looking for this, I was talking to everybody I could about it, and that was the consensus. Get the Samsung one, and there's a lot of them that are much cheaper than this one, but they're not anywhere near as nice as this one. This thing's got really good speakers, magnets on it. I think there's like 6 speakers altogether in it. There's a big one, 2 big ones on the bottom, then there's a mid-range, and then there's little teeny tiny speakers, and it does it really plays nice, and it's nice to get over here and sing. Sometimes you're just surprised when people start singing how good they are. I mean, it flips me out. The one guy got up here and sang. He's a real skinny kid, and he works with the concrete guys and carrying bags of sand, and you look at him and you wouldn't think he could sing that good, and when he started singing, I was like, damn. He really was good, and we all like to sing. The kids they have no bones about it. They'll get up there and start singing, and that's what it's all about, guys. It's just what it's all about. Today when we were in the car, what I thought was really cool, Dorothy has like a kid's Bible, but she wanted to take the big one. This one here that we have, I let her take it. I just don't let Moon get it, but it's got Tagalog on this side, and then it's English here. But it was too small for me to read. I don't see that good, so I got this. I just got this one, and it wasn't expensive. I think it was like $5, but it's a little bit bigger. It's supposed to be a big letter, but it's a nice small one, and it's nice to have that. You know, that's your owner's manual. Yeah.
I need some ballet shoes so I can do like that.
Okay, what are you guys gonna do?